Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with a brand new episode. We took last Sunday off because I just wanted a day off, and this week we're doing two shows. Man, I know it's crazy how we're doing it over here. Today we have a very awesome guest. He is running for City Council for District 6 in Arlington, Texas, and really nice guy, and I'm very excited to talk to him today. Mr. Long Pham, how are you today?
Oh, so, Mr. Chappell, I'm doing great, sir.
You're doing
And
great.
thank you for inviting me to your show.
Of course, it's an honor one because I love talking to city councilmen and getting their input on why they're running and how it's going for them and everything. And I can't wait to talk to you about this stuff. So I want to ask you a quick question. I typically ask all candidates this question, and it's why are you running? Why is Mr. Longfam running for city council?
Well, I came to this country 46 years ago as a refugee from Vietnam with my parents and uh, six other siblings.
Mm,
And basically, to close in our bag, $15. That's all we had.
wow.
And with a lot of, with our faith, our family values, hard work, and education. And I lived the American dream. And I have the opportunity to serve our country in the United States Army National Guard and United States Army Reserve for over 31 years.
Wow.
See, this country been so good to me, and in order to give back to this nation, that's why I want to serve, and so I can give back to our community, and that's a big reason. And I'm the only candidate on my ballot. If I get elected, I go quit my current job and devote full time because there are a lot of issues that I tell the people I knock on their doors that I want to get a resolve for them and asking them for their vote. So
Yeah.
the biggest reason to give it back. So I live the American dream, and this is the American dream, Arlington, the American dream city. So,
It is.
and I can help the city and the citizen of Arlington. That's a big reason why I want to run.
Yeah. Well, first off, thank you for your service. One, heck yeah. I didn't know it was that long. Like 31 years doing what you did. That's incredible. And now politics. What do you do? What do you do now? What's your job now?
Now I've been in insurance claim business for over 25 years,
Mm,
mostly auto insurance claims,
okay.
and I'm currently a claim supervisor, and I manage the whole state of Oklahoma and one third of Texas. So I got a pretty big territory.
Wow.
And basically, I'm in customer service business, so I deal with our policy holder. I deal with the third parties. I deal with attorneys and vendors like body shop and and collision repair, what they call them. And so I have a lot of experience in customer service arena,
Yeah.
and so I can bring a lot to the table, plus my leadership training in the military.
Mm,
So that's the reason why I want to throw my name in the hat. I never been run for any political office.
mm,
Uh, I never. I'm just a rookie, but I want to work for the city and for the people. So I mean that sincerely when I tell the people I am who I am, and I even get put out my personal cell number on my business card. And people think I'm crazy, but I say, look, if I get elected, you can still always reach me in that phone number because I want to be transparent. I want to see the people live in Arlington. They got a problem. They know where I live. They know my cell phone number. They can call me instead of hide behind some email and then respond back.
yeah.
I'm not that type of guy. If I'm busy, I will make some time and go see my constituent if they have some issue that have to do with city government. I'd be glad to be there for them.
Yeah. And that's what we needed for a candidate. For me as a young guy, I want a candidate that's actually going to listen to people. I when I talked to Jim Ross, our current mayor of Arlington, I was so honored to actually hey, I want to talk to you about some issues that I have, and how are you going to fix it? And we sat down, we discussed it. For me, right now in Arlington, I want to ask you this one: our roads are awful. We need huge roads repairs. Um, that's what I would focus on if I was running. for you, what are some key issues that you're focusing on during your campaign?
Well, there are three things that are very important, and I call it the core services. Number one is safety.
Mm,
When we talk about safety, you talk about police and fire.
yeah.
Now, we make sure that we compensate them well. And the police department right now, because we the only city in North Texas requires a 4-year degree to get in,
Yes.
to apply for the job. So right now, the attrition rate, when I talk to police association, we lose about 3.5 officer per month. So that roughly about what 30, almost four, close to 35, 40 officers per
Mm,
year. And so they try to fill up each year to have a class of 45 officer candidates.
mm.
And this year they only have 25. With
Whoa.
attrition rates going on, they might finish with 15 or 18 or 19 officer.
Yeah.
And I had a plan that if I get in, maybe we can work out that 4-year degree. Then we can. See, I'm a veteran myself. There are a lot of veterans in our country, but they don't have a 4-year degree. What we can do is we would waive the 4-year degree, and they pass the requirement, the physical, all the requirement and the background check. If they get in and they want to stay patrolman for 20 years, then they don't have to get a degree. But if they want to move it up, then Arlington have tuition reimbursement, and Arlington can pay for that, and that can help them advance their career.
Mm,
And there are a few more issues, with pay and stuff like that. But we can work on that because some other city, they max if you come in as a patrolman and you stay 20 years, it takes you a long time to max out on your pay scale. But the other city, they might do it at 10 years. So a lot of time our officers have been here long enough, they 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 quit because they can get more money. And we lose a lot of great officers. And we want to have a good compensation package and revamp some of the stuff. So in the police department, so we can keep the best and the brightest stay here and protect our city.
mm.
Then same way for the fire department, and uh, and that's the reason why uh, that's the biggest issue, safety. And then also, if we have good police force, our city is safe. Big business would come in because the two biggest things, the big corporation when it comes to a town, number one, they want to know that your city's safe, that your
Yes.
crime number is high or low. And number two, education. Now, I have no fight in education, but if we, like Mayor Ross right now, if we got partnership with the school board and we bring everybody together and share idea and keep our school, make Arlington a better school system, and that way we can bring in more business. And I use this example, and this real story. Toyota Corporation within Torrance, California, they decided to move to North Texas. Now they have Dallas and Plano, but when they find out Plano's got better school districts, so they chose pretty obvious. They chose Plano, Texas.
Wow.
So that's why safety and education. But education, we have to have partnership with the school board, private school, charter school, home school, public school, and then share idea. And then so we got a good education system. Big business would come to Arlington, and
Yeah.
that is waiting for the people of Arlington
Oh yeah.
in our city.
Yeah.
Then the next one that you're talking about, I make sure that we keep our street well maintained.
Yes.
Of course, there are a lot of issues. I remember years ago on North New York between Pioneer Parkway to Park Road, take a long time to get that thing. They got it fixed now. It's pretty nice,
Yeah.
but that would take too long. See, if as City Council members, I would get on that to get a bottom of it. Why it takes so long to do that kind of stuff? If we got a budget allocated, we can get things done. I don't know any red tapes, but I would try to streamline some of the stuff that we might do in the city to make things go a little bit quicker. And at the end of the day, it benefit the citizen of Arlington.
I'll add this to you. When I was in high school, the road to get to my high school, they were doing construction. I want you to guess how long it took them to fix not even a mile, maybe like not like maybe a less than a quarter of a mile to get from A to B. It was full traffic. I want you to guess how long it took them to fix the roads.
Say 3 years.
You're not- That's a little too much, but it took 2 years to fix it, and it's just a one road. That's it. It took them 2 years to fix it, and I've had the similar ideas. Like, why is it taking so long to fix? Like, we have highways still being built. Like, let's get to work here. And like, of course, COVID happened, and I get a lot of people were laid off. So what's your plan to bring jobs back to Arlington?
Well, first is all the mandate stuff. We need to be relaxed on some of those
Hmm.
because small business is important. Small business is driving this country,
Hmm.
so we have to have I think we do have a program that help the small businesses country. They have to apply for it, and I put a big focus on the small, economic development plan. With work with the Economic Development Council,
Hmm.
see how we can help our small business. Revitalize those guys because there are a lot of them shut down. You see some restaurant and then they'll recover.
Yeah.
So we need to work with those guys, and we need to bring in some more. We want to be fair across the board in some minority business,
Yes.
and because people, people that, and some people get some great ideas. So we can't sit there and focus on one group and not say left out the rest of the group. So we have to make sure that we open up for like women, minority business, because you'd be surprised what those guys can do for us. So and that's one of the things that I would like to working on if I get elected in city council, because I do briefly read up on the city website, and I know I have it, but I don't know how much in detail. But if get in, you have the Chamber of Commerce, and I have to sit down and talk to them because they bring in they have a lot of knowledge, and there are a lot of members that part of the Chamber of Commerce. And Arlington, we get an entertainment district, which that's the one that bring a lot of revenue for the city. And now, recently, we got selected to build the National Man of Honor National Museum.
Hmm.
Uh, that kind of put Arlington on the map. That kind of like a wow factor.
Yeah.
And I got some idea when they're done. There's something that we can put in the city, and then when people come visit Arlington, they look at some of those things. They say, "Wow!" Now they always remember Arlington, Texas, not Arlington, Virginia. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah. And it's funny
that's
too because like WrestleMania was just here,
yes.
and they always refer Arlington as Dallas. What's up, Dallas? They're they're at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, which is located in Arlington. And it's so funny that it's just like it's time that Arlington gets their name out there. We have the Rangers here. We have um, Cowboys play here. We have Six Flags. We have Hurricane Harbor. We have the new museums that just opened up. We have all these things, but yet we're still referred to as Dallas or Fort Worth, maybe. It's so funny that you brought that up too. Like, in that museum is incredible. The Medal of Honor museum that's going to be opening. Um,
So I think if we need to sell the name and tell them Arlington, Texas,
Arlington, Texas.
the American Dream City, and
That's
then
it.
get people buy in. I think with that museum, that going help our loss, bring the Arlington, Texas, will be pretty well known.
Yes. So I'm looking at your website. By the way, guys, if you want to learn more about LongFam, go to his website, voteforlongfam.com, and there's a lot of awesome stuff on there that'll tell you. I want to go over some of your endorsements here. You just got two brand new ones. I'm not too wrong. The Arlington Police Association and the Arlington Professional Firefighters. That's incredible. Congratulations on that. Um, let's see who else. Jim Ross, the mayor. You have the mayor of North Richland Hills and the mayor of Dalworthington Gardens. I want to ask you, different city. How can a different city mayor endorse a different city councilman?
Well, when I approach the uh, mayors, I tell them what I'm going to do for my city.
Hmm.
If I get elected, I want to be partnership with them because they might
Yes.
have some great ideas. So share ideas is important because you would try to learn things and you have to adapt to changes. So change is good.
Yes.
So with all the surrounding city and all these mayors, if they have some great idea, that'd be smart to learn from. That's why I approached and asked them for their endorsement. So yes, the city different than Arlington, but we the American Dream City. So if they got some great idea, I sure would use it to help my city getting better.
Yes. I want to ask you, how are you going to get young voters? Arlington is becoming a very young city. A lot of people coming out of high school are starting to vote now. Um, and a difficult age group to get voters in is young 18 to 24-year-olds. They're the ones that aren't voting. How are you attracting them to come vote for you?
Well, the thing is, every time I live in Arlington now. Anywhere I go, Starbucks coffee, McDonald's, Wendy's, Costco, grocery store, I approach any young kids. I introduce myself and I ask them if they're old enough to vote. And I tell them it's so important to vote because your votes matter. So I tell every one of them they need to register to vote because you don't vote, your voice not going to be heard. So you have to go in and register to vote, and that's very important, because a couple of years ago we have a city council district 3, and they have to run off, and at the end the person they recount that individual won by 3 votes.
Three
So
votes.
that's why, yeah. So that's very important what I tell the young kids. Now, if I get into office, I would give it to school board so I can go visit uh, all the school and all of the kids. And when I talk to kids, I would spread the message, the importance of education, and then the importance of civic duty. And I might throw that in. I'm not going there and talking about party politics. I'm not doing that.
Yes.
I want to tell them, say, it's so important to vote. I don't care which party you believe in, but your votes count. So it's very important because if you don't, and you cannot complain because uh, that's why on March 23rd of 1984 I became a naturalized U.S. citizen. 3 days later, I went and registered to vote. That's
Heck
how
yeah.
quick. 3 days later,
Heck
I still
yeah.
have a copy of that car. Yeah, it's worn out, but I still have it.
Why not one day
So
later? I'm just messing with
yeah, I waited for 3 days later. I had to find out where to go back then. I didn't
you.
know. So I was in another state. But
Yeah.
the young kids, what I tell them, I say, it's important. Don't sit there and say it doesn't matter because, I even got my brothers registered to vote now because he in Oklahoma. He say, well, one party can win every year. I say, if I ever think like you, they stay home and the other party going to take it over. So you cannot think like that. You got to think like you an American and your votes matter. So one vote counts. That's what I tell people. So I love to see the young people come out, and I tell Rich to vote. And every time I talk to them, they were surprised. I tell them I'm almost 60 years old, and I say your votes matter. So you got to do it. That for your future. And but I wish to work harder on them if I get in office and try to go out and talk to the young folks, especially the high school kid, because that's where you want to start it, to get them, get involved and go register to vote.
Yes, yes. And to hear that you're living the American dream. You came from a different country. You came here with just $15 in your pocket, and now you have a job. You're working this, and now you're running for office. That's an amazing story to tell, and a lot of that can influence more people to vote for you who are the of minority. Like tell them your story. Just say, hey, I relate to you. That's the big thing about politics right now is the people who we see, we don't relate to them. That was my biggest problem. I saw candidates that I could not relate to them, and I just didn't want to vote for them because I was like, well, you don't know my troubles. You don't know what I have to go through. You haven't lived my life. You you were born rich, and you got everything handed to you. So, with that being said, how are you reaching the minority vote and the non-minority vote?
Well, like I tell everyone, I say, look, I've been poor, I've been broke, I go to bed hungry at night. So I've been there. So I share everything that you going through. So if you down and out, I'm not gonna kick you down the curve. If program can help you, I refer you to get you help. Now, if some people in high school kid, they say, I don't have no money, my family cannot afford it. Now, there are a lot of programs out there like scholarship or grants you can apply. Now, there one option, and I don't recommend anybody, but I use it. You join the military if you're physically fit, and you can do the military. And the way the military do it now is they got a GI Bill, and this is the best one because if you serve 3 years honorably, you get your in-state school tuition paid for, plus books and a stipend to live on. So it would cost you practically nothing. In a lot of our service members doing that. And also too, if you have your degree already and you sign up, you can transfer that to your kids. That's what I did because I already finished mine. I transferred that to my daughter. So basically, like my daughter got a full ride scholarship, you know, um, uh, for free, pay her tuition,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's why I tell all these kids, don't take no for an answer. Don't say I cannot, I don't have no money, my family cannot help me. It's like a job. It's hard work, and like they say, hard work wins. You got to come out and work for it. Nobody gonna give it to you. That's what I have to do. That's why I achieved the American dream. So I tell these kids, there are a lot of ways you can get money for college. Don't sit there and say because I'm poor and I have no money. Um, Jim Ross did it. He joined in the Marine Corps. You know, Jim Ross. He was born in Detroit, and so he didn't have no money for college. He joined Marine Corps. He are current mayors. And I joined the military. I worked part time, help on my family. So, like I said, I came here with mom and dad, and all we have is $15 together with nine of us. And I lived the American dream. But the American dream is there, but you have to go get it. You have to work for it. Nobody gonna hand it to you. And you believe in hard work, you can achieve the American dream. And I'm the proof. I'm here to tell people that. And when they look at my bio and my website, I don't make that stuff up. And and that's great about America. Why everybody want to come to this country? Why do they want to go to Russia or China? Why America? Everyone want to come to America because we are one of the greatest country on earth. We're very compassionate people, and we care for our citizen, and that's the reason why getting in local politics is important because that's a grassroots level. That if I can start here now, I have no ambition to go any higher. I just want to serve the city so I can get back things that I can do for the citizen. If I can get some of the goals that I want to do that the citizen brought it up, I mean have done something, and then I can say, look, I've been there, done that. I might not be able to do it all, but if I got 10 things, I can get three. Hey, that's better than zero. So, but like I say, I'm a kind of person that I don't care about politics. All I care about work for the city and work to help the people of Arlington. Because at the end of the day, if I'm getting in, the people of Arlington is my boss, and it's not Arlington city money. It's the Arlington citizen tax money that we have to make sure we do our responsibility, watch out for the tax dollar, make sure we spend it correctly, and we apply for the right program and fix the road. We do all this stuff and help small business and things like that. So that's a big reason why um, I can relate it all to anyone
Mm.
in the city, rich, poor, whatever. And I don't look down on people. I served the military. I start out with a private first class. I'm almost at the bottom. I retired a full colonel. So I had to work hard to get there. They didn't give it to me. And so like I said, the American dream is alive and well, but it's a lot of hard work and you have to really focus on it. And as long as you apply and work hard, you get it. So if you look at our mayors, he lived the American dream because he got nothing. He joined the Marine Corps. So you can look at our current mayors and you can look at me. So, uh, and if I get in, if you ask for advice, my advice is free. I give it to you, you
Okay.
know.
I want to ask you. I want to discuss something with you. You talk about using taxpayer money. How are you, if elected, how will you get people to tell you what they want? Like, how are you going to get people, hey, I have a problem with this. Can you do something about this? How are you going to talk to people? Are you going to hold? town meetings? Are you going to hold cute like online stuff? How are you going to reach out?
Well, I would like to have a town hall meeting. If we do it in person, it'd be better. And I've been attending quite a few of them, and sometimes a lot of people don't show up. And then a few of the naysays show up, and they're always so negative. And that's what I don't like, because this Arlington, our population 40,000, and we can share ideas, with a collective group of people. There are people out there can have some great idea that the city council member can use, and it benefit everyone. Okay, so, and that's what I like, the kind of feedbacks from our citizens. Say, look, if you want this, okay, well, give me, explain to me, if it comes with money, the city we have to take that into consideration, because everything costs money. Okay,
Yeah.
so if we plan our budget correctly, then there's certain things we do, like build parks, for kids, a thing like that, or we wind the road, so all the stuff. So the key thing is, if we have the good economic development plan, bring in more business, we got the tax revenue coming in. Number one is we don't have to raise our property tax and all of that. We can keep the same or lower, which they done that in the last couple of years. But I think this year, I look in the city website with the sewage, water, and property tax. I think that the average citizen see about $91 increase per year on their water bill, and some Arlington property tax. Now the school tax, I have no say so in that. That have to do with the school. That's usually a bigger chunk. And you got the Arlington tax, and then you got the Tarrant County, because they're Arlington, Tarrant County, and you got Tarrant County Hospital, Tarrant County College. But the bigger chunk is the school, and then the next one, the Arlington property tax. So if the people, they want something, uh, they have to come out and let their voice be heard. Okay, and they have to bring it up to the city council, and we're gonna take a look at it. Now I have only one vote. I got 7 other member in the mayor, and if we can get majority of them agree, or 5-4, then we can pass this ordinance, or some issue, that some program that we can make our city better. I'll be glad to do that.
Hmm.
Because city Arlington, the last time I checked, we pretty well, we maintain our budget pretty well in the city of Arlington.
Yeah.
So that's one great thing about Arlington. And we, the city council and previous mayor and past mayor, they done a great job for the city. 20 years ago, Arlington just like a regular town. Now you have the Dallas Cowboys, you got the new Texas Rangers, the indoor arena, the Choctaw still open, and then we have the entertainment district, and now we're gonna have the marijuana National Museum. See, so that's quite an accomplishment, and thanks to our past leader, And then I know Mayor Ross been trying. I think he got the deal he got a plan in place that Texas Southern University is going to have a North Texas campus here in Arlington, and
Wow.
they're going to rent some of that Choctaw Stadium office for a temporary office for them, and they're going to open the North Texas campus, and that'd be a win-win for the people of Arlington and for the city of Arlington.
It would be. Yeah. Uh, Again, guys, if you guys want to learn more about Long Pham, visit his website, voteforlongpham.com. Long, today's episode is sponsored by Poddex. Have you heard of Poddex?
No, I heard earlier when you mentioned the name. Yes.
Yes, Poddex are these cool deck of cards that help out podcasters all the time. Uh, like a deck of cards, they get the kings, the queens, jokers, aces. Well, these are the aces for any podcaster. They have a bunch of questions. They have several different decks. This is the interview deck, so I'm going to have different questions I'm going to ask you here in a minute.
Okay.
They also have the what the heck deck, which is green, and they have a bunch of wacky questions. But guys, if you guys want to check out Poddex and help out your podcast or interviewing skills, visit poddex.com and use promo code TCLIVE to get 10% off of your first purchase. Mr. Pham, are you ready for the Poddex interview?
Yes, sir.
All right, first question. If you had to teach a class on one thing, what would you teach?
If I had to teach the class on one thing, I would teach them leadership.
Leadership.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Why leadership?
Leadership important because in order to be a leader of any organization, you have to be a good leader.
Mhm.
And leadership is had nothing to do with like becoming a president of the United States or a commanding officer in the military. Leadership can be anything. You can you can work for McDonald's and flip hamburger. And if I ask you the definition of leadership, you say leadership for me working at the cook at McDonald's. I make sure I show up to work on time. I make sure I don't call in sick. I'll be there when my boss needs me. I make sure I cook the food right so they more customer coming in, and I would do the best of my ability. That's leadership. See, a lot of people don't think it that way, but that leadership. Same way if you clean the bathroom, you make sure you make the bathroom look spotless. That leadership. So leadership important. You can teach stuff like that. It's in school, and I think we don't do that much anymore. And then leadership is about teamwork and all this stuff. So leadership is the ingredient in the military. We train for war, and we always say leadership is the essential element of combat power.
Mhm.
And you think about it, it's correct. Leadership that helped us won World War II, you know, and the leadership important. So that's why I focus on leadership. So if you look at my campaign business card, on there I have leadership, integrity, and dedicated commitment that you can count on because I have been there, I have done it, and I serve a country. So I can say that because I've been there, done that. Now I'm not going to say I'm the greatest leader in the world, but I'm the leader of men and women in the past, and I do have a lot of experience. I can bring it to the table, to the city hall, and help our city to get better. That's why leadership is part of the number one things that I want to teach.
Yeah.
That's correct, sir.
Yeah. All right. Next question. What do you consider your greatest achievement?
May I say my greatest achievement is if you talk about my military career is I take care of a lot of my soldier because when I was their leader, and I help out a lot of them when they were injured or they got hurt, so they get the medical care they need, or when they get out, they need some help from the VA. So my that to me that mean a lot to me when I can take care of my former soldier and even veterans now when they need help, because I feel that's my greatest achievement because I'm a people person. I care for people. I care for my fellow soldier. I care for all our fellow veterans, and it doesn't matter which war they fought. If I know any answer, I help them. If not, I refer them to someone who can help them.
Yeah.
And I think that helping people, probably say one of my greatest achievement.
Yeah. Who is your real life hero?
Uh, if I have to put one person, I have to say my father.
What is that?
He because he was a former South Vietnamese Army officer for along the American. And when I talk about leadership, I learned uh, leadership 101 on him when I was 10 years old kid in Vietnam. And one day we was in this army base, and it's pretty hilly. And I'm on his jeep, and he take us out to go buy some lunch for the family. And he saw the soldier that pedaling the bicycle up and down this hilly. And in Vietnam, they had one speed, so that's a tough way to ride a bicycle. So he would stop in order to so we get in the Jeep with him and got me sitting in the back of his bicycle and take him out to get something in the market and bring them back in. So to me, uh, at the age of 10, I first learned about leadership. So I call that the leadership 101. That's why I say my dad is my number one hero.
Okay. Okay. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be and why?
If I couldn't change myself, I need to be better listener and talk a little bit less. That's what I learned that from my wife. So
Yeah, you'd be a great podcaster, though.
yeah, I could. Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is your most treasured possession?
Um, I on on um, I had the one. Uh, talk about the Medal of Honor. I had a bracelet, had the name of Captain Neil Humbert Bussey. He was Special Forces,
Mm,
and he died in Vietnam, and he won a Medal of Honor. And I purchased that in 2007 when I'm in the Command General Staff College. We learned about leadership, and I came to a story about him, and I purchased a bracelet. I wear it since then, and his name gonna be in the his name on the Vietnam War Memorial in Washington D.C. His name gonna be inscribed in the Medal of Honor Museum when they ready to build, and they do ribbon cutting probably 2 years from now, 2024.
mm.
So
What do you most value in your friends?
uh, on my friend, uh, um, the camaraderie, friendship.
Mm,
Like my college roommate, I knew for 40 years now, retired state trooper. He former Marines, and we best friend, and we help each other through good time and bad time. So the friendship with all my buddies, and that mean a lot to me.
yeah. All right, you get to pick left, right, or middle.
Give me the right one.
The right one. All right. Which living person do you most admire?
Living person
Living person.
that's still alive today.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Uh, if
Let me.
man, I don't know who to say. Well, can I pick anybody?
Anybody.
I would say one of the talk show host named Larry Elder.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh, I know Larry Elder.
Yeah, Larry. I like Larry Elder. I listen to his show quite a bit. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Left to right.
give me the one to the left.
Left. Okay. If you can guarantee one thing in life besides money, what would it be?
If I can guarantee, say that again. Please repeat.
Yeah. If you can guarantee one thing in life besides money, what would it be? Oh
One
yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah.
I Yeah, that I would say I won the world is a better place to live, and I want peace.
Peace.
And yes,
That's a good
that
answer.
that's very important to me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good answer. Good answer. And our last question, Mr. Pham, to you, what is success?
To me, success is hard work, do the right thing when nobody looking at you, and be compassionate and care for others. And that's how I define the word success.
Sir. Sir. Mr. Long Pham, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show today. Um, I wish you the best of luck in your campaign. Guys, if you want to find out more about Mr. Pham, go to voteforlongpham.com. You can learn so much about him. You can see his endorsements and all of his issues that his priorities, sorry, that are very important to him. And honestly, I support this man 100%. You better add me to the endorsements, Mr. Pham, all right?
Yes, sir. And before I close out, I would ask the citizen of Arlington, please come out and vote for me. Early vote, 25th April, all the way to 3rd May. And election is 7th May. Uh, a vote for me is a vote for the better Arlington. And
Sir.
you want the right leader in there. So I'm the person who can deliver that for you.
And also, I want to give a quick shout out to somebody very awesome, Miss Paige Payne. Uh, awesome lady, good friend of mine. Quick shout out to you for making this interview possible. But yeah, go vote for him. And, well, that's the show. Wasn't that hard, right?
Oh, no, sir.
All right, guys, we are out of here. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're listening, go watch the video version. It's on YouTube or chapelmedia.com. And we're out. Peace, guys.
And